I'm recording this on January 1st, 2025. For one, I just want to say congratulations. Congratulations to every single person watching this video. You made it through a pretty crazy year now. Comparing the craziness to other years, I won't do that. But 2024, I think I could speak for all when I say it was a pretty rough one. I mean, it wasn't 2020, but it was a wild ride this last year. But this year, we starting off fresh. Hopefully, I can get back into the rhythm that I was in around this time last year. And kind of keep the momentum going and hopefully don't fall off like I did towards the tail end of last year. Hopefully we can get back in the rhythm. So we starting off fresh 2025. We getting back to work, back to usual. And we're back with some comedy, ironically. Not music, comedy. And we're back with the one and only Richard Pryor. Now, while I am familiar with Richard Pryor, I do understand and recognize that he is recognized as the greatest comedian of all time, both for stand-up and his film and television credits. But ironically enough, I can't give you like a list of Richard Pryor jokes. Like I'm not that well versed with his comedy. And so this is really a first time reaction in general to Richard Pryor for me. Now again, while I know a lot about Richard Pryor, there's a lot I don't. So in sticking with our tradition, we gotta do some research real quick. Like I don't know where Richard Pryor is from. While I know a lot about him, I don't know a lot about him. So let's do this real quick. He was an American stand-up comedian and actor known for reaching a broad audience with his trenchant observation, storytelling style. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest and most important stand-up comedians of all time. Pryor won a Primetime Emmy Award and 5 Grammys. Oh, you know what? Comedy is a category at the Grammys. It sure is. Oh, wow. I was like, Grammys? But that makes sense. He received the first Kennedy Center Mark Twain Prize for American Humor in 1998. He won the Writers Guild of America Award in 1974. He was listed at number 1 on Comedy Central's list of all-time greatest stand-up comedians. In 2017, Rolling Stone ranked him first on its list of 50 best stand-up comics of all time. Yeah, so a good portion of that I knew, right? I knew that he had those kind of accolades, right? But again, when we get to the work, I really don't know much about it, so I'm really excited to watch this. Now, this is called Mafia Nightclub. Richard Pryor live on the Sunset Strip in 1982. I feel like I've heard stories about Richard Pryor in some way, shape, or form being not affiliated with the Mafia, but like maybe the Mafia was in his pockets, and in return they kind of took care of Richard. I don't know why, but I feel like I've read or heard another comedian talk about Richard Pryor's connection to the Mafia. So, and it's a complete rumor, right? Like there is no strong evidence of that, but yeah. But I'm ready to hear it. I'm ready to finally watch and learn more about the great Richard Pryor. So let's not waste no more time. Let's go.
I think the only brave thing I might have ever done in my life was once I worked at a Mafia Nightclub in Youngstown, Ohio. I was 19. I was 19 years old, right? And I didn't know shit about the Mafia. My father was the baddest motherfucker I'd ever seen. So the Mafia didn't mean shit to me. I did not relate to the mafia. Right? And I worked with this lady, Satin Doll. She was the star of the show. Beautiful black stripper, right? Because usually in those days, they had like, in clubs, they had a singer and a stripper and an MC. I was the MC. And she was the first black star I ever met, Satin Doll. Jack, because Duke Ellington had written a tune about her. You know, that's what she used to dance to and act. She was beautiful. She was 60 then. Oh, this bitch was fine though, man. I'm not lying. Lena Horne didn't have shit on her. And she was crying backstage, you know. And then I got to get to Buffalo. They won't pay me. I said, who won't pay you? Club owners won't. I said, oh, that motherfucker gonna pay me. Bet that. And now, this is how ignorant I was. I had a cap pistol. You know them blank starter pistols? I busted into the office with this motherfucker in my, all right, give me the money, motherfucker. Doing my best black shit, you know. You know that shit usually scare Whitey to death. And these motherfuckers didn't do nothing. And I'm sure that those men are sitting in that room today laughing. Because that's what this dude, he just started laughing. This fucking kid. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, Tony, come here. Wait a minute, Rich, do the gun again. Hey, Tony, come here. Stick up. This fucking kid, come here, you fucking kid. He's got a pair of goosies on him, Fucking kid, come here, goddamn. They like to hug you and rub you. Come here, fucking. And grab your face, you got them. No, sitting there. This fucking kid's got some goosies. And they always say shit you don't understand. You know, like, hey, you want a little cosino with me? Hey, Paolo, fix him a little monosalad. Put some struzzi on. Fry it up. They like fried foods. Fucking kid, come in here. He come in, he had a gun, he fucking kid.
Real quick, and I don't know if this is like on purpose, but anytime I see all red on a comedian, I instantly think Eddie Murphy. And I don't think, in 1982, what year is Delirious? Is it, because I feel like it's the 80s, right? Or am I thinking Raw? Which Eddie Murphy stand-up is the red velvet suit? I think it's Delirious, right? But I just bring that up to say, anytime I see all red in a comedian, I instantly think Eddie Murphy. Because Richard Pryor, I kind of recognize him with like the 70s. The fact that this is 82, now I gotta go find out what year Delirious came up. Because that's crazy. Like, I would think this was like much before Delirious, but it's probably only a year or two apart. Because Eddie's making Michael Jackson jokes, even though Michael Jackson was popular and a big name in the 70s. But like, Eddie was making like Thriller kind of jokes on Delirious. So and Thriller came out in 82. So it gotta be only like a year apart. I gotta find out. But just the red suit, full on red. I know a lot of people on TV, you notice a lot of like TV personalities, they don't wear red. And that's like an industry thing. Like, it's kind of like a thing. Like, you don't wear red on TV. So when you see someone wear red, for one, I think it's a very pleasing color. But a lot of people don't think so. But when I see it pulled off like this, like, Richard looked clean up here. It looks good. But he's a hell of a storyteller. I didn't know that about Richard Pryor. He's really good at storytelling.
Pay everybody off. Pay them off. It's all right. They're going to have time. They paid everybody off, let everybody go, and kept me. Like a pet. I fucking like this. This fucking... You got family? Well, you got family now. Who is it? Carmine. Tell him I call him back. Tell him it's a stick up. And these motherfuckers start telling murder stories. Hey, you remember when I made my fucking bones? Me, I had to go away. It was Cleveland, right? Fucking Teamster. Big mouth, hurt a lot of people, right? You know, ice pick's my thing, Rich. So we fucking had to drive down. Me, Johnny Salami, the Gabuzzo brothers. They own the funeral parlor. You carry, we bury. Come here, you fucking kid. So we take this jerk off out bowling, you know, drive him around, get him a few drinks. Say, hey, let's get some broads, right? A little motel we had set up. Remember the Johnny? So we take him around. He gets kind of stoned, drops his glass. I say, now, I pop him with the fucking ice pick, right? I'm popping this cocksucker, blood squirting every which way. And I'm stabbing. He's, oh God, don't kill me. Oh, fuck you, you guinea cocksucker. And the fucking ice pick breaks. I'm standing there with a fucking piece of wood in my hand. I said, Johnny Salami, what do I do? Johnny says, wait till it melts, asshole. Those were the good old days. What's the matter, Rich? You don't look so good. Hey, it's Philo, give me a little Sinini Pro. You got a way home? You want us to give you a ride? Don't go out with the mafia. Because you can't buy them dinner. If the motherfuckers they always like to take entertainers to dinner. And they take you to dinner and they pick up the check all the time. Right? And if you get mad, you know, you say, let me buy the check tonight. God damn it, you guys buy me dinner every night. Hey, the kid, let me tell you something. We're crime. And crime don't pay. The mafia people are weird people because they appeal. They appeal to your intellect. They do. The motherfuckers appeal said, you're an intelligent person, aren't you? And you realize that it's very difficult to walk without knees. And one time I was in a room with one of these motherfuckers and I don't know how to describe. You ever seen a face just turn to stone? I mean, I was talking to the man and somebody was over here talking about something that had pissed him off that he was gonna deal with, and it went from a nice conversation to me and a stone thing came over his face and was like, and a chill went through my fucking body. I said, this motherfucker's dead. I'm looking at a dead man that walks around. Cause it was just stone, man. It wasn't no compromise. There was nothing in there where you could go. There wasn't none of that in the face. And I said, boy, that's a look I'd like to get. Just to whoop on a motherfucker, you know. Just say, what? Remember that in The Godfather? I mean, that to me was the most chilling line in the world when the guy said, hey, can you let me off? Just for old time's sake. And the guy said, boy, that had to be the coldest shit in the world. Because the motherfucker said, and you got to get in the car with him. Then you got to beg some more in the car. You know what I mean? You ain't going to stop begging. You know that. The motherfucker long got breath in his body. You get in the car, you start about, hey, Jeff, I remember when I showed you how to drive. Jeff, you know.
Oh, I shouldn't have stopped this 31 seconds. I was just about to say, I just watched The Godfather again. It's such a great movie. I mean, literally, I think it's the greatest movie ever. And that scene that he references is so, the way it's shot, like the way the camera move, like it's so funny the way he described it. Cause like while he exaggerated a little bit, it does, like, but it's because of how the camera's set up. He literally looks at the camera. He say, "Tom, can you get me off the hook for old time's sake?" Can't do it, Sally. It just walked. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, man. And y'all let me know, just out of curiosity, what's better, Godfather 2 or 1? Everybody knows 3 is out of the conversation. 1 or 2, what's the best one?
No, Italian people all Italian people are not in the mafia, whether you believe it or not. They're not, really. Most of them work for the mafia, but they're all not in the mafia.
I shouldn't have stopped it. I know. That was great. That was great, man. I did not know. I don't know. Like, when I thought Richard Pryor, I thought, well, I guess I didn't think of anything. You know, I don't know. I just didn't think that was his style of comedy, like storytelling. That's really interesting, and he does it great. Like, that was the way he portrayed everything was great. Yeah, that was phenomenal. Again, like I was saying, I just watched The Godfather, so like even his impersonation of, you know, the way that they talk, you know, again, a little dramatic but hilarious. But I really love, so my first time watching a clip of Richard Pryor, what I loved most was his, like, relatable sense. Like, he was talking to the crowd as if they were like friends. I really like people who do, like, have that kind of style, because it immediately, like, eases the crowd, at least in my opinion. Like, a lot of times when you go to a concert or whatever, like, I don't know, you're so in the moment, but you do recognize, like, you're in a crowd of, like, thousands of people, so it's like you could kind of be uncomfortable. But like when the performer puts you at ease by kind of making you feel like you're friends and like they're talking to you, like, it just kind of eases everything. And I love how Richard was doing that, you know. And then the hands, like, I'm gonna assume like that was a thing for him, like just his hands. But I noticed his hand never stopped moving. Like, he was in some way, shape, or form, and it was almost like his hand was a part of the joke. Like, you know, work at a Mafia Nightclub, and like, you know what I mean? Like, he's talking through his hands. I like that. But great, 10 out of 10. Can't wait to hear more. First time watching Richard Pryor, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. But y'all let me know what else from Richard Pryor I should check out, man. Again, the greatest of all time based off of what we read. So I know he got some more stuff for me to check out. So y'all just let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe. We are back 2025. We going strong. We going hard. Road to 100K. First 75K. But then we eventually going to go to 100K. And I just love and appreciate every last one of y'all, man. We're going to rock. We're going to go crazy 2025, man. We're going to go to work. All right? Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what else I should check out. And until next time, peace.